What's up, guys? Dominic here. You might be wondering why you seeing Dominic on a video right now. And the reason is, you know what? I've seen so many Twitter recaps already in the past couple of days. And I thought, you know what? It's amazing to have them all written, but why not just create a video and go over my top 5 highlights of this year? Maybe it's a bit more personal and I can show you a little bit around of what happened. So all of this is obviously completely unscripted. I just had an espresso. So if there are any weird things happening, I'm sorry. So let me just show you around. So basically, what I did, I just put the 5 key highlights of this year into this Notion document, um, and just gonna guide you through. So let's start with the first thing. Get the most cheesy thing out of the way. I think one of my biggest highlights this year was you, like the whole Twitter community. When I started on Twitter, I didn't really think that it's gonna be as life changing as it actually turns out to be. I met so many amazing friends on Twitter, and I can't be more grateful for all the support that I have gotten from you. So that's, as cheesy as it sounds, I'm extremely grateful for this. And it's also insane to me to kind of realize that most of the people I met on Twitter, I actually met in real life this year. So for example, if I go down, here's Peter, here's Alex, I met in Bali. Here is Dagobert and his wife Lucy, we met in Lisbon, had a couple of drinks, spent quite a lot of time with Fu here, who is obviously always coding. And down there's Tibu, trying to fix a super critical bug where we're trying to have dinner, which is also kind of funny. And just in general, it really warms my heart to see just the Twitter community just coming together. And there were also some crazy highlights I never thought it would happen. So for example, here is that was definitely not the tweet. Here's for example Elsie, just super nice comment that she made here. And Daniel, I mean, I don't want to mention too many specific people because there's just too many of you. I just want to say I'm really grateful and I'm really happy to have this place. Sometimes as an indie hacker, it can be quite lonely, and having a support group, I think, especially in these days, is extremely important as a bootstrapper, especially a solo founder, right? All right, let me move on. Survival of the fittest. Well, what happened? Basically, in the first quarter of this year, I kind of realized I have a tumor in my head, which sucked. And it actually got a bit worse, so nobody really knew what it was. Luckily, don't worry, it's all benign, but it had to be taken out. And so between setting up a company, trying to move country, I kind of had to go to the hospital to do a surgery. And it was quite intense for just a couple of days that I did it. Got a nice scar. I don't know, it's here, it's kind of healing. But yeah, that was pretty intense. Also, thank you for all your support here. Specifically, I'm very happy with my 5G tracking tool that I have implemented now. The connection is much better now, so I'm really happy for this. Some people also told me I might have Windows Vista running now, which I'm not that happy, but that's just life. So I'm really grateful that I'm feeling amazing now, and this is luckily done. Moving on, university. So, university. I've been, some of you probably don't know this, but I've been doing a full-time master's the past 2 years basically, and it was a lot of time that I had to put into the study. Initially, I thought it's gonna be very easy, but then it turned out that there's actually quite a lot of things to learn for exams, for take-home projects, and all of that while trying to bootstrap SaaS products. My original goal always has basically been to do this master as a decoy to get more time to actually try to make something happen with a bootstrapping product and hopefully be able to live off of it. That was my dream, and that's actually what when I started on Twitter, what I had in my cover photo, right? I said here, my goal is to reach ramen profitability by summer 2022. That was my goal. That was that would have been the best case scenario, and it's crazy to say, but I managed to do it. I managed to essentially become a full-time indie hacker. Helpkit, the company that I bootstrapped the year before in autumn, essentially went from $1,000 MRR, which took around 5 months, to now much more than a 5K, which I could have never imagined, to be honest. Like when I started out, I knew that the product's gonna deliver some value, but I didn't know that there's so many people out there that's gonna build their knowledge base with Notion, and it happened, and I'm really grateful for this. So you can see here just a couple of tweets that I posted, where the very early stages of Helpkit. Here's Helpkit reaching 3K, which allowed me to essentially go full time on it. And that was way before the summer. That was in June, right? And I graduated in late August. So that was definitely way before than I even expected, and that was amazing. And up to this day, got so many good feedback for Helpkit. There is one of my favorite tools out there, Logstack, now using Helpkit for their documentation. Railway, a huge platform as a service, also adopted Helpkit, and I couldn't be more happy about how it turned out. And through building Helpkit and just building in public, I also got to have the opportunity to be on a couple of podcasts. One of my most favorite is Indie Bites. So thank you so much, James, for inviting me. And if you're curious, I'm gonna put it in the tweet so you can check it out, where I talk a bit about bootstrapping Helpkit and some other indie hacking lessons that I made. Moving on, becoming a digital nomad. So this is like obviously a bit cheesy, but when I was doing my master, which was in Portugal, I was kind of stuck there. I love being in Portugal. It's definitely gonna be my home base, but I realized now that I graduated, I can actually travel wherever I want. And I thought, everyone's doing it, so I might just try it out as well. And so I moved to Bali. And it was mind-blowing. I met the community there. I feel like I found my tribe there, if that makes any sense. I think there's no place on earth that has such a high density of indie hackers and just people trying to basically bootstrap their life, right? There are people that are barely like having an idea and just trying to build something and grind to the max, and you have people that already kind of made it. Like they are up there making multiple tens of Ks of MRR and just grinding and basically also sharing their lessons. And I think that really made the year for me too. Like I made so many indie hacking friends there. And besides that, I think Bali is amazing in terms of the landscape, the coffee shops, as you can see here. It's just incredible, and it's super beautiful. There are also some funny things that happen in Bali. I think there's always like pros and cons to living in such a place. As you can see here, traffic is kind of insane. But yeah, as you can see here, this is the group called Hackagoo, which is basically, it's two words. It's hackers and Django, so it's Hackagoo. And that's like the kind of group that got formed in Bali, and I was part of. I also met some other friends in Bali, as you can see here. This is Phoebe. It's a friend of mine, cat, super cute. And last but not least, just the highlight of my year. I mean, everything was a highlight basically. But I think the one of the biggest highlights was that I basically in 1 year managed to become so ramen profitable that I can actually afford traveling the world and working while doing this, which was always my dream. And now being able to do it just makes me super grateful, but also pumped to do more. And I can't wait to just grow and just see where it goes. And just to wrap it up, I think one of the funniest and craziest examples of like what happened is that there's like this little story that I posted in which happened in Bali in a co-working space. To give you the too long didn't read. I was just chilling in a co-working space in Bali, and all of a sudden someone tapped on my shoulder and was like, "Hey Dom," he was like, "Hey, you're looking at Helpkit right now, right?" Because I was like coding on Helpkit and improving it, and he actually thought that I'm considering buying it. So he was talking about like how amazing Helpkit is. Obviously, he didn't know that I was the founder of it. And then he was just like going on how amazing Helpkit is and how much it helped his company and how much value it provides. And I was just standing there, it's like, he doesn't know that I'm the one that actually built it. And now he's shilling my own product to me, which is like out of this world. Such a coincidence. And essentially he was such a friendly guy. Lance, shout out to you. And like just this conversation made me I don't know, it's made me almost cry. I was like, what the fuck is happening? And so yeah, that I think that is my highlight. Just like a random person in a co-working space tapping on my shoulder, shilling me my own product that I built. I don't know, like I don't know if there's anything I can top this. We will see. But yeah, so that was definitely a crazy highlight of this year. Um, so yeah, that's my wrap up. Plans for the new year. This is obviously not a comprehensive list, but I want to grow Helpkit. Want to see how far I can get. I think there is much more potential, and I'm really stoked to launch some new marketing side projects and just some cool stuff. And there's also some other things that I want to work on. I think working on one product like the entire time, especially as like an indie hacker, and I love to design, I love to build stuff. I was kind of in a position where I burned out a bit in terms of like just letting my creative mind just wander and do new things and just try new stuff and actually fail again, starting from zero, try stuff, maybe fail. I was kind of missing that, and so I think for the new year I really want to like just try out a couple of new products, see if they work or not, and then fail and learn from them. And I think I want to just get my creative mind a bit more running again and just try to launch a couple of other products and see how it goes. And obviously, I also try to travel even more and explore. So if any one of you is around, I would love to meet you for a coffee or a dinner or whatever you have it, and just get to know each other. And I'm currently working on my newsletter, where I'm trying to share a bit more of like a little bit more personal insights that I might not share on Twitter for some reasons. And it's called A Journey to a Bootstrap Life. I'm gonna put the link also in the tweet. And so yeah, that's the newsletter. There are currently a little bit over 100 people on it already, which is amazing, even though I haven't sent out a single episode. I'm sorry. I just didn't get to it. But yeah, I'm also planning to just be a bit more, share a bit more of my thoughts on bootstrapping, and it's just some lessons that I learned on this newsletter and on my personal blog as well. So yeah, that was it. If you stick all the way to the end, wow, what the fuck? Thank you so much. I really appreciate you taking your time off today, and just watching this video. If you have any questions or thoughts, just let me know in the comment section below. And yeah, that was it. Thank you so much. Have a great and amazing new year, and just ship, and I'm sure you're also gonna achieve whatever you wanna achieve. That was very cheesy, so I'm gonna just sign off. Bye, guys.